Space Camp. Introduction: From Space Camp to Space. In 1990, sixth grader Kate Rubins went off to camp in Huntsville, Alabama. The camp she attended wasn't the kind of place where they built fireplaces or paddled a canoe, though. This was a space camp. It was an in-depth program about the science and experiment, the science exploration. She had told her parents that she dreamed of becoming an astronaut, a biologist, and a geologist, in that order. Fast forward 26 years, 2016, a group of young trainees took their seats in an IMAX theater at the same space camp. They watched in awe as the screen showed the live video feed of a real liftoff of a giant Russian rocket. On board were surprise and fresh crew for the International Space Station ISS. The ISS orbited more than 322 kilometers above Earth. Watching the launch was particularly special for these space camp trainees. One of the three astronauts on board was Dr. Kate Rubin. She was the same girl who attended this camp in her youth. For years, she had worked as a biologist before starting to train with the National Astronauts and Space Administration, NASA. Finally, she was blasted off to serve a 4-month mission on the ISS. She had fulfilled her childhood dream of becoming an astronaut. Space camps around the world. Space camps around participants to learn about space science. Programs teach about history of the space exploration. Hands-on projects focus on technology used in space. Campers also experience astronaut training. They get to try out equipment astronauts use to prepare for their missions. Today, space camps have taken off in many places. The camp in Huntsville, Alabama, is located near the United States Space and Rocket Center. There, space camp trainees can see giant rockets and space capsules that helped the NASA astronauts reach the moon in 1969. More than 350,000 trainees have attended that space camp since it opened in 1982. They have come from all 50 states in the United States and more than 60 other countries. Some universities and museums in the United States host space camps during the school breaks. Children can attend space camp at the Frontiers of the Flight Museum in Texas. In Florida, there is Camp Kennedy Space Center. In Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian Association hosts several summer day camps. They offer space-related activities for students as young as kindergarten age. Space camps are also popular around the globe. In Quebec, Canada, Cosmodrome hosts 3-day camps and offers many more space-related programs too. Space Camp Turkey is located in Izmir, one of Turkey's biggest cities. Russian Space Camp includes talks about country's amazing history of science exploration. The center honors Yuri Gagarin, who became the first person to fly into the space in 1961. Going to space camp. Space camps are available to nearly everyone who is interested. At some camps, younger children can participate with their family. Camps for older children are grouped by age. Some space camps hold sessions of trainees with special needs, such as visual and hearing impairments. Space camps mostly concentrate on history, science, and technology of space travel. And many space camp trainees study rocketry. They build and launch their own model rockets at others that study spacecraft design. They create their own ship for a space mission. Space camps that focus on robotics are also popular. Robotics has become an important part of the space exploration. The Opportunity and Spirit rovers, which have explored Mars, are prime examples. Robotics trainees build robots to solve real-world problems. These may face off in robotics competition at the end of camp. Children aren't having all of the fun, though. Many space camps host adults around the world. Some science teachers attend so they can bring new lessons back to their school to energize future space explorers. Astronaut training. Among their favorite activities at some space camps are simulators. Astronauts must practice for every situation they might deal with in space. For trainees, the equipment lets them experience some of the challenges astronauts face. While on simulators, trainees are under the watchful ears of camp counselors. The multi-axis trainer. The multi-axis trainer mat was used in the early 1960s to test the first astronauts and let them practice regaining command on the space capsule that was tumbling out of control. The mat is a big metal ring within a larger ring. The trainee is trapped in a seat in the center ring. There's Then the two rings spin wildly in different directions. The 1/6 gravity chair. This simulator lets trainees feel the sensation of bounding around the moon. Their gravity is 1/6 that on Earth. The gravity chairs help trainees get used to moving around when their bodies feel much lighter than normal. The Space Shot, and G-Force Electra. Everyone who has riding a roller coaster will recognize the sensation these rides create. The Space Shot shoots riders upward at the same of 4 gigas, or 4 times the force of Earth's gravity. Another way to think of it is that if your weight is 23 kilometers, you'll feel as though you weigh 92 kilograms while riding in the Space Shot. The G-Force Electra is a spinning ride. It creates a force that pushes the body due on the fast speed at which it spins. The G-Force Electra which is 3 times the force of Earth's gravity of 3 Gs. That is the same force astronauts feel during a rocket launch. Simulated missions. Another highlight of many camps is simulated space mission. Teamwork and leadership are important qualities in real astronauts. Mission simulators allow trainees to practice both skills, and sometimes they even take part in a video game like simulations. One mission have participants launch the shuttle. They fly in the International Space Station and dock in with the ISS team members from a variety of duties, but they must communicate on their headsets, just like a real crew. They run through checklists. These lists ensure that they remember exactly what to do and when to do it. Some trainees work as astronauts, others work in mission control, the command center back on Earth. Some simulated missions include mock voyages to the moon. Others take part on the models of space station. The crew must be prepared to think fast. If the simulator creates an emergency, for example, they might have to deal with a simulated engine problem or sudden meteor shower. For older trainees, a few camps have created simulators for the future. These include the mission to Mars. Crews work together aboard life-size models on the Orion capsule and the Mars lander on the space camp in Alabama. Real astronauts will live on Orion during the planned voyage and from Mars. They will use the lander to fly to Martian surface and return to Orion in orbit. Astronauts of the future? Much like Dr. Kay Rubins, today trainees from space camps around the world may be astronauts of tomorrow. NASA is collaborating with other space programs to plan a mission to Mars. They hope the mission will take place as soon as the 2030s. If everything goes as planned, current space camp trainees can one day be some of the astronauts to board the Orion. They could be the first people to leave footprints in the soil of the red planet. They will continue humanity's reach for the stars.